Righty, here I are with our last card, and this one is, in theory, the quickie card. Har, har, har. I just wanted to show you that I already cut it all. I mean, I already have it set up and ready to rock and roll. I have my little heart piece, which is this piece right here. I have this panel, which is this panel here, ready for the heart cutout. And then I decided just to really step it up, and I'm going to use a piece of the lovely paper, this shiny paper that, you know, Simon Says included. So I'm ready to cut. I'm going to go ahead and just do this real quick off camera just to save us some time. All right, so give me 1 second. I'll be right back. And I'm back with my hot mess. Okay, so I have everything cut out. I forgot I could have taken this off already. Let me do that very carefully to not tear the panel. That's why I use washi tape. There we go. And I'll just set it right here, and then I'll take this piece off right here. Who cares? And I did this on purpose, off, because I saw, and I liked how it was done in the sample. And I went ahead and imitated art. The one thing I'm going to say, which I regret now, is I just sloppy cut this out. But had I, excuse me, had the presence of mind, I could have cut this in a perfect square. Because wouldn't that make a cute embellishment? So note to self, if you ever do something similar to this yourself, think about it and do that too, because I thought that would make, and I'm tempted to cut around the edges and use it somewhere else. So don't put it past me, okay? But anyway, I just want to make mention of that. And then this is already done, so I can just set that aside. So now my first act is going to be to tape this piece down onto the panel. I'm still going to use tape just in case. Although really, it would be just as well to use glue. It's less, obviously, it's less expensive. You know, use this up. Glue is much cheaper than tape, even with the ATG gun. This tape is fairly inexpensive. I never buy it unless I'm using a 40% off coupon at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, whichever. I never pay retail. And there are options on Amazon. I've seen them, or vendors are saying it's like the off, you know, the knockoff from China, which tends to be more problematic. If I remember correctly, that last roll that was giving me so much trouble was one of those rolls. So I've pretty much concluded, if I'm going to use my ATG gun, just to use the real stuff, the Scotch, and not Futz, because I end up having all the issues that you see me having with it just being funky. And it doesn't save me any money because I use up more tape. So what's the point in that? Alrighty, so now let me make sure I have this right side up. Yes, I do. And let me just lay it down on my card base. Ta-da! Woo! Now I'm ready. Here is where, now I used the flip side. No, I don't use the flip side. That's on the other. Now I can set these down, and in each one of these, I added dimension to it. So I added a little foam tape. So let me grab, not a lot that I use. I think I used the tape and not the foam squares, right? No, I did use foam squares. So let me go in with my taller foam squares. What the heck? At this point, who cares? I may hand this off. I may mail it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Now look at that. Hang on. Let me rethink that. No, I think it's too busy. Because I could use the back side of that. And it's awful pretty. But I think it's too busy. So I think I'm going to let that sleeping dog lie. And go back to my original plan. Just that. Yeah. I really do like that better. Even though, here's the thing. Let's think about this for a second. Because this stands out more against the white background. But I just think it's my personal, for my taste, it's almost too busy. Although, let's see. We might put the red on it. I don't know. I think I'm going to keep it. I have changed my mind. There you go. You guys might be screaming. Somebody's up the other way. No! What were you thinking? I like the other one. You're probably right. But there it is. I'm committed. I have changed my mind. And that's part of the process. You think you're going to do one thing, and then you're like, oh, wait, no. I can do that instead. And really go wrong. Here, I mean, that's what I'm looking for. I just want to use it to burnish my tape down. There we go. Okay. And then while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and put the square on this guy. But I'm going to use like a square and a half. I think that's what I ended up doing on that one. I'll take that. And a handy dandy pair of scissors. that I hopefully won't stab myself with, because I almost did right now. For if we do not draw blood, it is not a proper project. We should suffer and bleed for our art. Not really. We shouldn't really. Although, trust me, I have. Okay. Now I'm ready. We're going to put down our little heart here. Although, before I do that, I want to show you something I did on this sample card. Is the cutout heart here I put on this side, and then I stamped the lips. What I'm undecided about doing was whether, because obviously I can't stamp it in red, I could go in and emboss it in gold. I'm trying to think, what do I want to do? Let me see, let me see if I can grab one of the little ephemera. Remember, you just put a little sentiment there. So hang on a second, let me go through my stuff. Alrighty, I found what made me happy. Since it was about the kiss in the original one, I'm going to put in my little sign here that says kisses for a quarter. And let me skip this song because it's a noisy song. There we go. Okay. So, nope, I'm going to go in with the less dimensional tape. Where is it? I just misplaced that. What did I just do with it? Holy mackerel. It was here a second ago. Is that it? No, that's washi tape. All right, guys, let me uncover it. If it were a dog, it would have bit me. Right there. Were you guys screaming at me? I know you were. You're like, doofus. There it is. All right. Now let me see. Did I hide my scissors to be? Oh, no, I managed to keep those inside. There we go. Now we're going to use just a little foam square there. I would have used more normally, but So I'm going to lay this down. No, I'm going to wait a second because it doesn't matter one way or another. I'm going to be running into trouble, but I'd rather this. I have less trouble with this than this. But what I am going to do is glue in my heart. So I'm going to go in on the inside. And look, there's a little bit, I did go off a little bit off center. So let me take a second right now. And I'm going to trim off that little bit because it bugs me. There we go. We'll grab that right there. It's not a big deal. They will never know. Okay. Move those little pieces there. Now I'm going to take this, and what I want to do is line it up, more or less. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to line it up so it lines up right at the open. It's what I did with my other one. I'm going to take and give myself a couple little lines that I can erase then, just so I know where I put that in. And then I'm going to take my tape runner, which is right in front of me. And normally I probably would have done this with wet glue too, but I'm tired. I'm a bit tired again, and I don't trust myself. So if I goof up, I can pull it right back off. If it's wet glue, then forget it. It's there forever, like it or not. Now I'm going to go ahead and again line it up against the edge between my little lines, so that and that's just a me thing. You don't have to, but I want to line so it lines up with the heart that's on the other side, the opening on the other side. So there we go. Perfect. And if it's not perfect, it's perfect. Anyway. And then now I'm going to, now I feel okay. Or I'll wait. Let me wait. And I'll get these two pieces down. Let's put our hearts in. And all we're doing is removing the tape. Although I'm thinking about, because I already laid down crud. We will see what I do. But I'm going to line this up. And this ended up going a little crookedy, but I'm okay with that. It is not straight. I personally think it's crooked by a tiny smidgen. The original one I cut, so it must have shifted when I cut. But that's okay. Now what I'm thinking is I want to put something in the middle of that, but I've already put the tape down on it. And this will be, if I was going to emboss something on it, I should have done it originally. So I think I'm going to leave well enough alone. We're just going to leave it that way on purpose until I think of something. And I will, but not right now. I'll lay this one down. Take the foam tape off of this. And actually I should have done this less dimension. I shouldn't have used the same one. Because any of these, when there's so much dimension on it, it's going to cost you extra in postage because they have to hand cancel. They can't run it through the machine. So they charge you for that. And there we go. So I've got my hearts on. Now I'm going to go in on the inside. And I'm going to put my kisses for $25. We're going to charge for those. Who am I kidding? At my age. But I'm putting it in there anyway. And there we go. It doesn't have to be. Let me put it up. I want to lift it up a little bit more. There we go. Okay. I got that. So now I decide I'm going to put, since it's a lot of flowers on the front, it's all about the flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and put in Love is in the Bloom on the inside. And since I dimensionalize that, I'm going to go ahead and put a little dimension on this too. Take that little piece there. There we go. I'll lay that down in the middle. And just leave myself enough space so I can write a message underneath. To whoever we send this to. And there we go. And guys, this is the one that came together the easiest, which is why I pretty much left it alone, left it for the last. But there you go. Here's our little card, except no, it needs something up here. In fact, it does, because I have one up there. Give me a second. Let me go pull. I'm going to come back and pull something to put right there. The exact one I wanted to use, because I wanted to use it before and ended up changing our mind, but it was still stuck in my head. So I picked that Love is in the Air tag because it matches just the colors overall. So all I'm going to do is put some more foam tape on the back of this guy. And then lift off the backing. I'm going to put it right there. Is that straight? Yep, pretty straight. Alrighty. And there you have it. Done. Finally. Let me pick up my mess here. Throw that away except for the heart. We got all our cards done, guys. Yay. It only took us 17 hours. Not really, but boy, does it feel that way. Whoops. Sorry. I hit it with my fat head. We got that one. And then we have our friend over here. And there you go, guys. Here are our 3 Valentine's cards. I hope you enjoyed this torturous session with me. And if you did and you got something out of it, whether you use this kit, you use this paper, or you use your own paper, I highly recommend it. This is why I picked these, because it'll lend itself to any paper. Go ahead and do your creative process and do what makes you happy. Meanwhile, I will see you on the next one. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this, got anything out of it, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe and then ding the bell so you know when I'm on again. Otherwise, take care of yourselves, you guys. Be safe, and I'll see you on the next one. And don't forget, we're all a little mad here, so scrap the madness, all right? Bye.